My name is Joyce Madu. I am the founder of JM Mentorship Program.
Hello and welcome to Obehi Podcast. I'm your host, Obehi A14, and I strongly believe that everyone has a story to share. Now let's get started into this episode.
I am also the development committee member of African Library Project. I'm a graduate of med school and I really love helping people. I love books and I try to impact people as I carry on in my career journey.
Thank you so much for that. You are in Port Harcourt, but were you actually born in Port Harcourt or did you come there from somewhere?
Okay, no, I'm actually born and bred in Enugu State. I'm from Abia, but I married into Imo State. So I came into Port Harcourt 2 years ago to start a new life with my husband, and that is why I'm here. But apart from that, my childhood stories all start from Enugu State. Very nice state, by the way.
All right, Enugu. That is a core city of Nigeria. Now, what do you like about Enugu? Tell us something about Enugu. What do you want people to know about Enugu? And what do you personally love about your state, Enugu?
I love Enugu because of the variety of food they have. Very important because I like food. You find it difficult to see such variety of food in other states. I also love Enugu because it's home to me. It was where I was born. I was able to adapt to my surroundings. I was able to go to the best schools. And I love the fact that Enugu brought out this personal growth in me because the school I attended, Command Secondary School, was one that fosters competitions between different schools, thereby enabling the student to show herself and show the personal development skills they've gathered. All these things I was able to achieve was because I stayed in Enugu and I was able to go to one of the best schools. Enugu is a very friendly place. It's a place where you can hustle and also enjoy life simultaneously. We have infrastructures for enjoyment, lots of them actually. Enugu is known for how they love to live carefree and enjoy their life. And we also have infrastructures for learning and for hustling. So in Enugu, you'll be able to have the best of both worlds. So these two things are key for any stranger coming into Enugu: friendly people and the best of both hustling and enjoyment.
All right, that's interesting. But right now you're in Port Harcourt. Tell us something about the city where you are today.
Yes, it's a very interesting city, definitely. I love here because it's more, how do I put it, more exposed in the sense that some of the online education system, some of the big education programs, you can find them here in Port Harcourt. And it's one of the big cities of Nigeria, one of the big states of Nigeria. So it offers you more opportunities to work, more opportunities to study, more opportunities to meet people on a global scale. Most international people come to either Lagos, Abuja, or Port Harcourt. So being in Port Harcourt keeps you in an area where you could meet these international people and hold international events. So I really love this place because of how exposed it is.
All right, thank you so much for that, dear Joyce. Now we know where you are coming from, you know where you stay. Let's talk about business. You are a mentor, coaching expert. Can you tell us how it all started? That is very important for us.
First off, it all started as something I love doing, something that was my innate ability. I've always had these gifts of actually encouraging people, mentoring them by being exemplary. And it all started in school when I didn't even know I was mentoring people. It was more of a subconscious act. And later on, people tell me that they've learned a lot from me. They were able to look up to me. And I decided, wow, I could actually enlarge this course and bring this to the online community. and I've been able to mentor people both offline and online. So not long ago, I was able to launch my mentorship program, JM Mentorship Program, to the online community, and I was able to mentor a lot of people from 5 different countries in the world. I was able to mentor students from Nigeria, from the US, from UK, from Pakistan, and from India, and seeing that a lot of people really need mentorship in order for them to grow makes reminds me of why I started this mentorship program in the first place. So it's been going well. I once had a mentor. She's dead now, by the way, unfortunately. But I had a mentor that played a major role in my life. Back in school, I went for so many competitions, and this mentor was the one who picked me out. She saw something I didn't see in myself, and I just followed through. I listened, I implemented all I was taught, and I won a lot of competitions. I was recognized, globally recognized, thanks to this mentor who enabled me to believe in myself. And I felt I have to pass this forward to other people for them to benefit and have the benefits of having a mentor in their life. So that is what motivated me to start this mentorship program.
All right. Now, how do one start as a mentor? I mean, can you tell us maybe your experience, how you started as a mentor?
A mentor is has supposed to have a mentor. Like a mentor is supposed to be a mentee, if that makes sense. So you're supposed to have an experience of mentorship. Mentorship should have molded you in some way in order for you to fully understand the role a mentor plays in the life of people. And mentorship is different from coaching. Coaching is when it's short term. You don't follow up with the people you call, with the people you mentor. You just tell them what to do and hope they implement them. But mentorship is more of a lifelong process, So most of my students or mentees, I still check up on them. I tell them I'm open for more questions. I'm open for more suggestions, collaborations. Trying to play a role in their life is what mentorship is all about. And you really need to love people. If you don't love people, you would find it difficult to impact through mentorship. So love for people is one of the most important qualities you should have as a mentor.
Okay. Now, how do you usually work with your students? How do you work with your mentees, people that you are mentoring? Can you take us through the process a little bit?
Okay, the first thing I do, I would start with what I do offline and then bring it to the online community. So offline, most times I pick one person who I see is struggling, maybe academically or struggling financially, or struggling to maintain a personal development skill. And I know they have the potential. So I pick this person, I have one on one with this person, I discuss, we try to understand their story, try to know what their motive is, what they want to be in future, how they plan to implement that. And then you find a way you could actually help support that person, guide that person by the hand in order to enable that person reach their goals. For the online community, what I did for my first class was to have an induction class for each of the mentees, where I had one-on-ones with them online, where we discussed extensively about who they are, where they come from, what they want to do, where they see themselves in 2 to 3 years, what exactly is stopping them from getting to those goals. And then I come in and try to help them. The joy lies in when your mentees succeed. Okay, in my class, we talked about personal development skills acceleration, how you could actually carry out skills that would help you to personally develop, how to become more intentional about your career growth. So most of my students benefited from that program. Someone even made a post. The program also talked about LinkedIn optimization and leverage. We all know LinkedIn is one of the best social media platform that enables you to show or sell yourself in the best way possible and also encourages personal development. So I added a little of LinkedIn to the mentorship program, and most of my students gained a lot of clients. some gain, they're able to become visible on LinkedIn, gaining over 200 plus followers in one post. I mean, when I started, I wasn't able to achieve that, but here are my students replicating that success I once wish I had. And I'm happy I was able to play a major role. Most of them have enrolled for online courses. Most of them now have a scheduled timetable on how to implement those things they've learned from the program. And it has really helped them. So mentorship would, of course, consume your time because this time you're having one-on-one with people, you're thinking of how to help them. But once you have this deep love for people and you've experienced mentorship and you know how important mentorship is, then you can go for it. I wouldn't call it a big business per se. I mean, most of my mentorship have been free, but then if you want more concentrations, you know, you want more follow-up, that is when you have the paid mentorship program, which is the next one I'll be launching soon.
Like you were saying before that you do have mentees from other parts of the world, not only Nigeria. So I don't know if you can expand on that a little bit. I think that might give a clearer background as to who you are working with.
Actually, the mentorship program has been going on offline for a long while now, for up to 3 years offline. But then personal branding comes into play. So in order for you to reach more people, you need to have a personal brand. And that is why I launched it to the online community through LinkedIn. So before I was able to launch this on LinkedIn, I was able to mentor just few people from Nigeria only, no international students or mentees. But this time around, I was able to collaborate with two persons, one from India, the other one from Canada, and all three of us came together to host this big mentorship program, the version 1.0. So we hosted a program and we were able to reach out to so many people. And we had to pick because mentorship lies on how intentional that individual is. It's not something you just come in and waste your time. You need to be really serious about improving your life, serious about becoming better. So from the numerous applications we had to pick out people who knew their why. Because if you don't know your why, going to a mentorship program will be a waste of your time. So we picked out people who really knew why they want to join the mentorship program and found out that most of those people were those that experienced a lot of growth during the session. It was actually a 1 week intense session where all the students have to carry out instructions. You know, we have the self-coaching phase, and then we have the self-paced version, and then we have the main coaching, which lasts for 2 days. So they attend these Zoom events. We held ours through Microsoft Teams, actually. We normally hold through Microsoft Teams or Zooms, but this time we used Microsoft Teams. We had the 2 day coaching section, and then a self-coaching section. And then we also have online videos we prepared in order for them to carry out practical tips. So it's not just about knowing what to do, we show you how to do those things and how to grow. And it has been a blast. There's been a bag of impact to all these people. For the online community, you have to register. JM Mentorship Program is a big brand already. So many people want to be a part of the program, and there are lots of recommendations and testimonies from those who have joined before. So it depends on them. Actually, I don't go about looking for people to mentor. No, they come to me, and in that form, you'll have a registration form, and in the registration form there is a very important section there, which is why do you want to join the mentorship program. So you have up to 500 words or 500 characters to explain why you want to join this mentorship program. Like I said earlier, your why is very important. So if someone just replies and says, I just want to be a part, or I heard GM is a good program, so I want to be a part, then they are not ready. So I was able to select people based on those that knew their why and those that filled in the accurate things in the form. So they're the ones that actually register. Once the registration starts, I'll let them know online. And I normally give a span of 2 weeks for registration processes, and then the class commences. Anyone that doesn't join that registration will have to wait for the next class.
All right, before you were talking about why, and I think it is important, can you help me clarify a little bit what exactly you meant so that people can understand it better?
Oh, okay. When I was talking about why, I wasn't talking about knowing exactly what you want to do. The why I was talking about is you should know why you want to join a mentorship program. What do you aim to benefit from this program? What do you hope to achieve after attending this program? And it is totally okay to not know what you want to do. I mean, I'm still figuring out what I want to do. So, what mentorship helps you do is to provide clarity. Mentorship helps you to become more self-aware of your skills, and that is why you need to have a mentor. A mentor would ask you self-searching questions. In order for you to carry out SWOT analysis on yourself, you have to find out what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, what opportunities do you have, what are your threats. So a mentor will enable you to analyze those strengths of yours, let you know career opportunities that relate to that particular strength you have. I might even refer you to some internships that are available so that you can start from there. So it is totally easy to start the mentorship program, even if you don't know what you want to do. I mean, it's meant to provide clarity for you. Mentorship have various types. There are various specialties involved. Mine, JM Mentorship Program, we have up to six specialties. So each version or each particular program, I pick out two or I pick out one, depending on the situation. The last one I did, I picked personal development acceleration and LinkedIn optimization and leverage. And of course, I'm a product of personal development, so it comes in very natural to me. So I was able to use my life story to explain to them how personal development plays a huge role in career success. And when I started LinkedIn, I didn't have any mentor. I had to figure out everything on my own, and I wouldn't want someone to go through the same stress I went through that period because I was very confused. So, because the program has so many parts and I'm not doing everything at once, it buys me the time to prepare for each section, and also enables me to collaborate with other experts in that particular industry so that they could also get ideas or information from people that are in the practical section. For example, one of the programs we're going to hold is about smooth transitioning into another niche of or job opportunity for those who want to transition from teaching to tech. You know, collaborating with someone who is already in tech or collaborating with someone who once transitioned would play a major key. So in as much as I mentor students, I also try to collaborate with one or two persons and incorporate them during the coaching days so that others could also get the industry view in that particular subject.
Now, for people to participate in your mentorship or your mentee, what do they need to have? I mean, what do they need any qualification, any requirement? Can you say something about that?
Okay, so the most important thing is the person should have the intentionality, should have that drive to grow. Because if you don't have that drive, you would only listen to the program and you will not implement anything. And again, yes, they should at least know how to use their mobile phones. I'm not even using a computer for this. We are going to use tools that are very common, like I said, Zoom and Microsoft Teams. You know, I even sent them a screen record of how to download the app. You know, just for those that are finding it difficult, and tell them what the app looks like. So it's meant for everybody. Just have that desire to better yourself, to become self-improved. And once you enter into the mentorship program, you would see yourself becoming better than you were before you joined. In reference to the online community, so what I did was to first of all create a group chat for everybody. Now this group chat enables them to know their colleagues, know their fellow mentees, enables them to share resources. In fact, this last one was a blast because the mentees became so close that they shared resources with themselves, they shared job opportunities with themselves, they even collaborated among themselves. So, and that made me really happy. So, once I create a group chat for everybody, they know themselves, then I go further to have a one on one discussion with them personally through private chat. And of course, booked Zoom sessions with them where we just discuss, we talk about every other thing apart from the mentorship program. I also ask if there's anywhere that they would like my support or help. And of course, in fact, they come to me. In fact, once they finish their online courses, they come to show me that, hey, I have finished this. So I also serve as their accountability partner. So they always want to achieve something and show me that, yes, that they're really implementing what they've learned from the program and they're looking forward to the next version of the program. So serving as an accountability partner is one way I can maintain that mentorship relationship with each of them, and also having the opportunity to collaborate with them, to become friendly with them. I mean, WhatsApp is one of the places where you could have very friendly chats with people because of the stickers and the emojis and everything. So becoming their friends, not just their mentor, would also play a major role.
Thank you so much for that, there, Joyce. Before you did make mention of branding in your mentorship. Of course, this is something that is we see a lot of people talk about in different kind of businesses. So I don't know if you want to spend some time explaining the importance of branding in online business. Please help us with that.
Branding, personal branding is the new currency, honestly. We live in a very digital era where you need to have a strong online presence. And in order for you to have a strong online presence, you need to go into personal branding. So personal branding is a way in which you sell yourself. You let us know what skills you have, not just telling us, you show us how you do that. And I would say LinkedIn is the best platform for personal branding because most people get their clients from there. Most people meet international people. They have, in fact, I've had a lot of speaking engagement from LinkedIn. I've gotten so many positions from LinkedIn. Now, once you have a personal brand, you turn the ship around. So instead of you going out looking for jobs, you have sources coming to you, recommending jobs they would love you to join. You have people coming to you, asking you to please join them in their speaking engagement. You have people wanting to be associated with you. So that is because you have a personal brand. And then you leave your names in the minds of people. If you don't have a good personal brand, no one would know your name, and no one would know what you do. So having a personal brand plays a big role. No matter the business you're in, even if it means making hair, please have a personal brand, have an online presence. It attracts you to a global recognition from people, which will enable you to soar higher when it comes to your career.
As you can see, we use a lot of storytelling here in this podcast because it's something that we consider very important. Just a curiosity of mine. Do you also use storytelling in mentorship? What role does it have in what you do? Let me understand that.
Storytelling will enable you to imprint the message in the minds of your mentees. One of the stories I normally I talk about is a story pertaining your environment. Like when you get a goldfish, and you put it into a dirty water, that fish dies. And even if you remove the fish out for a moment and put the fish in a clean water for a while, the fish survives, the fish can thrive there. But if you bring the fish back to that dirty water, it still pollutes the fish. So your environment plays a major role in how you grow, the people you're with, the books you read, everything you consume plays a major role on how you personally develop. So this is just one story that gets to the minds of people. Another story I like to tell them is we are born with two fears only. This is not even a story, this is a fact. That is the fear of loud noises and the fear of falling. So every other fear we have as humans are fears we have learned and we can definitely unlearn them. So Storytelling plays a major role in the sense that people get more attracted to what you're saying. They learn what the main message is, and they always remember it because it's a story. So it is one of the best strategies when it comes to mentoring.
Thank you so much for that. I want you to spend some time explaining what your mentorship program is. Help people to understand what it is actually.
JM Mentorship Program is a mentorship program which aims at personal development skills accelerations through the feedback from well-experienced mentors. Normally, we have various types. We can mentor on personal development, skills acceleration, career transitioning, LinkedIn optimization and leverage, career transitioning in the healthcare industry, career transitioning in the tech industry. So these are 5 parts of the mentorship program. And in each of the sessions, we have a particular expert in that industry so that you can have practical guide and practical values on how you can implement what you've learned from the program. So basically, it is on LinkedIn. We're still working on getting our websites out there. But if you go to LinkedIn and you type JM Mentorship Program, you will be able to see our brand, you see our company page, and then you have the option to register for the next class. So the next class will be holding September, I think the beginning of September. So you could go in and register for the next class. This one is paid, by the way. It is important for everyone to have a mentor in their life. Mentorship plays a major role in your career growth. In fact, it's one of the fastest way to grow because this time you have someone who would hold you by the hand and lead you, and then you have someone who is going to be your accountability partner. It also enables you to become more intentional about your growth and can also serve as a means of encouragement. So, of course, find a mentor today, find someone you admire, try to connect with the person, try to have a mentor, even if you don't talk with the person, try to have someone you look up to that will enable you to fast track your success.
Thank you so much, Joyce. Now, what would be your final thought in the conversation that we have had today? We talked about mentorship, particularly, and of course, also business. Why not? We talked about also business. So, how would you conclude it in your own way?
Yes, so everyone should have a strong online presence. No matter what you do, no matter how menial you feel the job is, please have a strong online presence. We are living in the digital era right now, and things are changing. So gone are the days when you have to take your brown envelope to go look for jobs. These days, jobs can come to you if you have a wonderful personal brand. So try to invest in building your personal brand, most especially on LinkedIn. That's all I have to say.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Now, is there any other thing you would like to say to conclude the conversation? Because I think I've asked you most of the questions I wanted to ask you. Or perhaps there is something you wanted to say, or maybe something you want to add to conclude the conversation. Please go ahead and do that.
Yes, I love what you're doing, Obehi. This podcast, I was able to see how you've talked to a lot of people and how their stories can be very inspiring for anyone who wants to go through your videos. I would say you're really doing a wonderful thing here, sharing people's stories to the world. So keep it up, Obehi.
If you enjoy this podcast, make sure you subscribe so you never miss any of our future episodes. Rate and review Obehi Podcast and share with your friends who might need it. I remain Obehi Ewafo. Thank you so much for listening and talk to you in the next episode.